Hi, my name is Miss Elizabeth and I'm a children's librarian at the Bees Ferry West Ashley Library. Today I will be doing a special junior chef and we will be making one of my favorite drinks, hot chocolate. Did you know that January 31st is National Hot Chocolate Day? To celebrate, we're going to assemble our own hot chocolate mix that you can use again and again, make homemade whipped cream to top our hot beverages, and then put everything together for a delicious mug of hot cocoa. So let's first make our hot cocoa mix. The ingredients that we'll need for this are 3½ cups of powdered sugar, 2¼ cups of cocoa, 1 tablespoon salt. In a large bowl, we're going to combine the sugar, cocoa, and salt and mix it well. Once we finish making that, we're going to store the mixture in an airtight container. So we'll start off by getting our 3½ cups of powdered sugar. Whenever I have to have a half of an ingredient or a quarter of an ingredient, I always like to use that smaller measuring spoon, or measuring cup in this case. That way I don't end up having to dirty up a whole bunch of different tools that I'll have to wash later. So I'm going to use the half measuring cup and measure that out into our bowl. And as I mentioned in other Junior Chef videos, one of the great things about cooking with kids is that you get to put some math skills to the test. So since we're working with half measurements, we're going to get 6 scoops to get to the 3, and then an extra 7 for 3½. Then we have 6, and 1 more gets us at 7. Now I'm going to put that over to the side. The next ingredient that's called for is the cocoa. So we've got some baking cocoa here. Now one of the great things is with this one, it calls for 2¼ cups of cocoa. The containers of cocoa come in 8 ounces. So if you do some research, you'll discover that 8 ounces is equal to 1 cup. So instead of having to measure all of this out, we can just go ahead and add by the container, so 1/8 ounce or 1 cup. Now we need a second 8 ounces for our second cup. And then, since we want the quarter, this one we will use the quarter measuring cup. So that we make sure we have the right amount. Here we are. So we have our powdered sugar and our cocoa. And last, we want that 1 tablespoon of salt. And to help me not make as much of a mess, I'm actually going to use my empty container from that, because you don't want to accidentally add too much salt. And one thing, whenever you're doing anything like salt, that you're measuring it like that, you do not want to measure it over your bowl, because then if it spills over and you add too much, then you're going to have a really salty or sweet, if you're dealing with sugar, food item. So we've got everything added in here, and now we're going to mix it well. And you want to be really careful whenever you're stirring anything that has powdered sugar or powdered ingredients like the cocoa, because you don't want to end up with the powder actually coming up. You'll have like a cloud and everything will be covered in powder if you just start stirring as fast as you can. Another fun way of doing this, though this is so much that you're making with this recipe that it doesn't work too well, but if you have a bunch of kids working on it, you can kind of spread it out into some giant Ziploc bags, and then you can make sure it's sealed really well and let it shake. So I'll go ahead and finish stirring this up, because we want to make sure all those ingredients are mixed together well. And you want to try and avoid to do what I just did and knocking some of it out. But the good thing is it cleans up really simply with a nice wet paper towel or towel. And then once we're finished with that, we're going to add this, and I'm actually going to use my measuring scoop again, into a nice jar that I can store this in. And then later on, whenever I want hot cocoa, I don't have to go, I have my own mix that I can fix a drink. So the next thing we're going to make is homemade whipped cream. The ingredients that we need are 1 pint heavy cream, a 1/4 cup white sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. According to the directions, we're going to place a small bowl and mixer beaters in the freezer for about 5 minutes. We're going to pour cream into the chilled bowl and beat with the electric mixer until frothy, and then add sugar and vanilla gradually, continuing to beat until soft peaks form. So I'm going to go ahead, I have my small bowl and the mixer beaters in the freezer right now, so I'm going to go grab those and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I've got my bowl out of the freezer. Now we're going to add 1 pint of heavy cream, and that's all I purchased for this. And then we've got the beater. Let me move this a little bit closer so I can get it to my outlet. And we're going to start it on a nice low speed. Never want to start anything too high. Now it's already getting pretty frothy. I'm going to see if I can set this down carefully and measure out the next ingredients that we have. It calls for a 1/4 cup of white sugar. So I've got my 1/4 measuring cup again. Oops. If I could get it out. There we go. I'm going to set that here. And then you want that teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I've got my 1 teaspoon. And once again, I'm going to pour it over something else so that we don't end up with too much in there. So I'll set that aside and carefully set my measuring spoon down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get back to adding this and start adding the other ingredients. Now one thing, just going to pause this for a second. Whenever it says to add the ingredients gradually, you just want to do a tiny bit at a time. So a little bit of the sugar, and then I'll add a little bit of the vanilla, and then back and forth like that as we're going. So we've now added all of the ingredients, and we're just going to continue beating this until soft peaks start to form. All right, so we are starting to get those soft peaks that the recipe said to look for. It does take a few minutes, so don't get discouraged when you're working and it doesn't seem to be coming out. Just keep at it, and eventually we'll get to the right consistency that we're looking for. Now we'll go ahead and make our hot cocoa. All right, so it's time to now assemble our hot cocoa. We're going back to the homemade hot chocolate recipe that we have. And to make the drink, it calls for whole milk, about a cup of whole milk, and then we're going to microwave that, or you can heat it up on the stove with a parent's help. But you pour about 1 cup of milk into a microwave-safe mug and microwave on high until hot. And this really is up to you. Usually I do about 1 minute, and that seems to get it to a good temperature, but if you're someone that likes your hot chocolate really hot, you might want to do it a little bit longer. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa mix and stir to dissolve. So I have the cocoa mix that we had made earlier, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and I'll set that aside. And then we're going to go ahead and get that to dissolve in our milk. Now, one of the things that I love about hot chocolate is obviously the drink by itself is absolutely wonderful. However, you can also have a lot of fun with this drink. One of the things that I love to do is try different syrups in it. I love peppermint hot chocolate. I've tried it with a gingerbread syrup, and that's good. One thing that I'm hoping to try soon is with hazelnut syrup. So all you Nutella fans might enjoy that. But, put that there. I brought with me some peppermint, just because I've done the peppermint before, and I really do enjoy the peppermint flavor in the hot cocoa. So, I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon, just because peppermint can be really strong. And I really don't want to overwhelm the drink by having it too strong. Because also, I want to enjoy the whipped cream and everything else. So that's just something fun you can do with the drink. I'll set this right here, clean that up later. And then of course, we've got to add our whipped cream. Another fun alternative, I'm sure you'll know, is marshmallows. But I love the whipped cream because it kind of helps cool that hot beverage down before it gets to your mouth. And I'm just gonna put a bunch, because this is gonna be a nice, fun treat. All right, and now we have our hot cocoa to enjoy. I hope you enjoyed today's Junior Chef, and I hope you enjoy Hot Cocoa Day. Have a good one.